Hello and a warm welcome to Kenya's #1 political show, and I'm talking about none other than the Herman Manyora's YouTube channel, where we have the public opinion show. And this is the show that I come to the streets to talk to you about the state of the nation in matters politics, even as we are inching closer to the August 9 general elections. And my name is Kimutai Kennedy. According to you, who won the deputy presidential debate that took place at Catholic University among the 4 running mates that appeared? And start with your name.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Peter Caleb, a resident in Nairobi. As far as the deputy presidential debate is concerned, yes. I think for me, Rigathi Gachagua won it.
Why Rigathi?
I think Rigathi Gachagua is the one man who's been able to explain the challenges that the people of Kenya are facing at the moment. If you look at their manifesto as well, they are talking about the issues that are very close to the people of Kenya's hearts. So definitely on a scale of 1 to 10, I can say Rigathi had 7 out of 10.
So according to me, the debate was a close one. I think both candidates did well.
According to you?
So, okay, the one who stood out for me, I think it was Martha Karua.
Why Martha?
Because of the issues which she articulated about the cartels. Yeah, I think that one was an interesting one. Yeah, I think I liked it. Yes.
Maoni yangu vile niliangalia hiyo, niliona mwenye alisinda ni deputy running mate ya Wajakoya. Kwa juu ile alitoa facts. Hao wengine walikuwa marumbano, unajua walikuwa ubishani. Martha Karua na ukiangalia na Gachagua ni upape walikuwa wanatuonyesha. Walikuwa na blame each other, lakini the facts ule mwanamke yeye alisema kile kitafanya na kitafanya nini? Kita improve Kenya. Lakini sasa kutuambia hao wengine walikuja watuambia mambo ya unga. They are there from every time. Sasa hivyo ndio wanaanza kusema tutafanya hivi tutadako hivi. Lakini ule alitoka na maoni yake mzuri.
So according to you, what do you think convinced you enough to vote for them in the August 9?
Kwa Wajakoya principles zake nataka kuangalia yeye kama ile running mate yake aliongea mzuri na yeye yake itakuwa na mwandi hata confuse. Nione nitabadilisha maoni yangu kutoka na hali nilikuwa niende kwa Wajakoya.
Wewe ni mtu wa Wajakoya?
Sichaingia kwa mama sasa hivi nimeingia kwa Wajakoya.
Like I didn't watch the whole debate, but I think it was kind of competitive. They all did well, but I don't think. I think that in exam rooms, kuna mtu alikuja na Mwakenya kwa exam room.
Oh, you mean there's someone who came with a Mwakenya?
Yeah, I just saw someone reading. So where I saw the lady was confident, and she could answer her questions well, and hii Mwakenya hii ilileta shida, hapo ndo shida ilitokea. Now I don't think whether he was confident ama kulikuwa na kitu ingine. Why did he have to kusoma from somewhere? So and I think the Wajakoya deputy who should deputize him asked a very good question that we have all graduates huku nje wanateseka, but we usually say education is the key, and apart from education being the key, we have people who never graduated and they are millionaires. They are working in big government companies and ministries. So as she asked, I also don't understand how education is the key.
Okay, we have Madam Justina. He was talking about the marijuana and whatever. Yes. Okay, he was trying to convince us in some way so that we can vote for Wajakoya. Okay, for the younger thugs, as he's convincing, although most of the people are not understanding what she was saying about the species of the marijuana. Yes. But I saw she had a point. Okay, it is not just marijuana should be consumed by these young thugs or our children or our younger boys. Her target was to export the drug, and he was explaining it does so many things, medicinal, like that. In fact, I remember even at home traditionally we were using it for the children. We were calling it malaria in our language there. We had to wash our children with the species. Although we don't know which species is dangerous and which one is yeah. So he was trying to educate people about it. Me, I liked her. I'm not convincing everybody to vote for her, but me, I liked her speech.
Kwangu inaweza kuwa ni Justina Wamai carried the day. Yeah, definitely, because she came prepared, she answered all the questions right, na yeah, ni mtu amefanya research yake. I think wase wengi they'll change their mind after listening to her. Yeah. Then the two big weeks, I think nani pia alijaribu. Gachagua tried. Yeah. But for me, Justina carried the day.
In the debate, they talked about corruption. Rigathi said that he will deal with the state capture. And Martha Karua said that should they be elected in office, they will fight off corruption within the 6 months. And according to you, between the two of them, who do you think will fight off corruption?
I don't think whether I should say this person will fight corruption or the other, because we never know the people's intention. So I cannot say that this person will, because I know none of them personally. Yeah.
So do you think it convinced you to vote for them? Which running mate convinced you to vote for them come 9th August?
Nobody convinced me to vote, by the way. The reason being, I cannot sleep agree and wake up the following day to vote for people. No, it can never happen. I will sleep that day.
Mada hajajaribu kwa juu Mada ukiangalia mahali alikuwa mbeleni atapendeli mambo ya corruption, lakini ukiangalia mwingine tayari kuna corruption nyingine kidogo, allegation siko hapo. Sasa ukienda ku state na state una kuangalia Gachagua yeye anatuambia of which hajafanya, amekuwa huko kwa serikali.
To me, these politicians, they are very funny. It's very hard to trust them because we don't know in the first place, because all of them have been in power, so to speak. But the way they have handled this corruption issue, like Martha Karua was a Minister for Constitutional Affairs. And I know Kibaki, she worked under Kibaki. Kibaki was that man who could not interfere. We didn't see him interfering with the minister's work. So why didn't she handle these issues that she's talking now about handling the corruption cases? Why is it now and not then? But again, when you look at the baggage, Martha Karua, she's clean. She doesn't have the corruption baggage. So it's a two-way traffic for Martha Karua. Maybe she was doing that one because of her own reasons, but now because she's now in power, more power than where she was the last time, she can do it, maybe. But politicians are very funny, and we are waiting to see. But when you compare the two pairs, the pair of Azimio is better placed to tackle this than the pair of Kenya Kwanza.
And what about you, madam?
Well, I also think corruption is very deep, and in this country it is used as a political weapon, because now, like we were told, the governor of Nairobi, Sonko, was removed from power because of issues of corruption, and then again we hear that he's being cleared for another county. So you wonder, is it because when you are politically correct you are not corrupt, but if you are on the wrong side of the politics, that is when you are termed as corrupt? So I don't see anyone who can deal with it at this moment. I can't trust any one of them to deal with it, because they have shown it time and again. There is a lot of impunity. Like there's this Babu Owino, we know what he did. And he's also there being nominated to via public office. And we know what he did. They have court cases, and they're still being given public clearance to serve in public offices. So to me, corruption, I don't know. It's desperate, but we just hope we'll get someone who will do it. Yeah.
About corruption, it's a whole new debate, but I like the way Karua put it. She said if elected, her and the principal, Raila Odinga, they said they will approach the corruption matter from the cartels. The cartels. Yeah, they said we have so many cartels in these ministries. So I thought they said that was the starting point about the cartels. They'll fight the cartels as a way of fighting the corruption in this country. Yeah.
Well, I've been very clear about this for the last couple of months. I think Rigathi Gachagua and his principal William Ruto are the only people who are capable of fighting corruption. Because if you look at what has been happening in the country for the last couple of years now, since 2017, it's been a tough journey for Kenyans. We've seen the judiciary being compromised. We've seen DCI and all the other institutions. So for me, I think William Ruto has been very vocal about that. So probably they're the guys who stands a chance of fighting corruption.
And between the two, I'm not advocating to either Gachagua or Martha to win, but according to their speeches, okay, Martha was trying to bring up a point, and according to her speech, I saw at least there is hope. Yeah, and he was trying to tell us how they will fight corruption within 6 months. So I'm not sure, maybe they will try fighting it, but they will not end it within 6 months. Yeah, I put my trust on Martha Karua. Yeah,
I think the topic of corruption is something that leaders use mostly to kutufunika macho si Kenyans. Me, I'll go the Wajakoya way. If someone is found corrupt, let them just be hanged. But this issue of saying state capture and what, these are things tumezoea, and yeah. So me bado niko pale kwa Justina, and yeah, I'll go Justina's way.
So we saw President Uhuru Kenyatta on Wednesday lowering down the price of unga. And what do you feel about it?
Kwangu sio kitu jambo ya mgeni. Kwa juu tangu zamani after election tunaona maisha inapanda.
After election?
Every election tukielekea.
Mkielekea elections.
Election lazima unge ipande. Na hiyo ni kama politics wanafanya. Kwa juu hii miaka ngine mbona unge jawa ipanda? Tuseme 2021 why na ndio tulikuwa na corona. Kwa nini kupanda kaenda mpaka hiyo kiwango? Lakini hao wanatumia hiyo kitu in terms of benefit political ambitions yao.
Both the price lowering of the unga, I don't see it is okay. It has motivated Kenyans. At least people are down. Now they feel that it is better. They can start living again, not existing. But now we cannot say that we are condemned. That we have that confidence that after the elections, the price will hike again or it will remain. That is where the problem now comes from.
So we think it's a good deal, but it has come a little bit too late. Tunahangaika. Me, I don't have unga at my place.
Why don't you have?
No, bado hazijashuka na ngoja ishuke. So saa ile itashuka ndo nitabai unga, bado haijateremka. Yeah, so it is good. We are happy. Saa ile itateremka tutanunua kwa wingi. But for now, mimi sina unga, and a lot of people are suffering.
You cannot lower the unga only, and the other prices are high, like oil and all that. What will you expect? What does he expect people to eat the unga with? Will you chemsha sukuma wiki and ulete kwa meza sababu unga imepungua? I think in Kenya where we are living, we no longer live, we just exist.
My feeling is that it was that the guest year was a bit late. Kenyans have suffered a lot, and then we also need to know what had increased the prices of the unga, so that now it is coming down. What advises that lowering of the price, and why was it not done earlier than this time, since Kenyans have suffered a lot from the price of unga?
According to you, what do you think is the cause of high price of unga?
Okay, at first we were told it was because of the war, the increase of the prices of fuel. But I also think the way we manage our environment, it is also begging. We have destroyed the environment so much that the climate has changed. There is no sufficient rains when we expect them. So I think this problem will continue because we are destroying the agricultural areas and putting up buildings. So I think the problem will just continue. This is just a temporal measure, but the reality of it, the prices will still go up.
It was okay, but I feel you should think more of a long-term plan, because that one is short-term plan. Yeah.
So, do you think this is a political mileage to other politicians?
It doesn't matter. The most important thing is that it's a good thing for the Kenyan people. We are going to enjoy that, because after all, we were buying it at 230 or 205. Now it's 100. You know, that's a plus. Even if it's late, even if it was to be coming earlier, at the end of the day, it's Kenyans who are to benefit.
Whenever we have succession politics in Kenya, we usually see games. We see people trying to win the hearts of the people. They've been around since 2013, all through to 2017. So I think the point of the question of trying to subsidize the prices of unga today is a question of trying to trigger us to vote, actually to coerce us to vote in a particular direction, which I think Kenya, as you know, is short of fools. So they know who they will vote in. They know who the person will be able to, to be able to help them achieve their dreams, their careers, and the cost of living. I think if you look at the manifesto of the Kenya Kwanza, it was the best we've never had. Have you gone through their manifesto?
Yes.
So if you've gone through them, you've seen how they'll be able to turn around the messed economy, matters to do with health, education, job creation. This is a coalition I think it will be able to salvage, especially the youth wing, with opportunities. They'll be able, I heard them say they'll do what you call they'll be able to reduce the cost of licensing and create an environment for small businesses to thrive. If you see the current situation in Nairobi, you see hustlers all over the place. So I think they are resonating well with the people of Kenya.
I think it was a good call, but the timing was poor. So I would like the incoming government, whoever is elected, but the incoming government, I think they should give that issue a priority. Yeah, they should at least extend. You know, they said it can last for like about a month or so. So I think it can be good if the incoming government can consider that as a priority, at least to extend the time. But it's a good call.
It's a nice thing. Kwanza si wase wa Western wametuokolea sana. You see unga at 250, it's so alarming. I think basically the ordinary Kenyan anatumia unga daily. So having it at 100 bob is at least, and thanks for that to him.
It was not bad. According to the life right now, as we are, it is hard for other people. Even if to get that 100 packet was not possible. But now it was raised here to 200 and something shillings. It is very hard. It was very hard to other people's underground. Even me, I have not eaten ugali for those. Even I have not bought that packet of unga for now.
Do you think this is politicized? Like, does it work for political mileage to other politicians? And who do you think is benefiting, according to you? Let's start with you.
At the end of the day, I think Kenyans, we are benefiting from it. But yeah, I think it's a political issue.
In which way?
I think according to him, if maybe he's siding on one faction, I think he's trying to promote the side which is supporting, I think. So he's trying to coerce the voters. Actually, it's a coercement. Just a coercement, I think. But it's a good call. At the end of the day, we the Kenyans will just benefit from it.
What about you?
Ultimately, it was a good idea by the president to chip in and sort out the economy, especially the high cost of living. But from the political side, it's clear that it's a political move, trying to gain some political mileage and coerce people to vote in a particular direction. You live in Kenya, you know what's happening. So, but as well, it's also time for us to appreciate the youth leadership. If you look at, for example, my good friend here is talking about, I think from what he's been saying, he turns out to be an Azimio supporter. But well, we can have a situation where we appreciate Raila Odinga has been here for all the time. He's been the father of democracy. At his age right now, I think he should be somewhere in his home, relaxing, enjoying time with grandchildren, and leave the rest to lead the country. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's politicized because we have seen it happen every time, every election year, there's inflation, yeah. So now, inablimiwa for Ukraine, whatever the war that is going on in Ukraine, inflation is everywhere. But in Kenya, every election year, there's always inflation. People are always suffering. Lazima chakula ipande juu. Wanaongeza chakula and waongezi watu pesa, waongezi watu nini njia ya kujikimu kimaisha. You understand? So it's like they're just taking and taking for their own benefit and we don't know why. Sijui ni nini tunalipia hiyo, ile tunalipianga hiyo time ya kura ikienda kupigwa.
As for me, I would say yes, because if it was about price hiking, it could have happened before the campaigns and all that. I think it's for their own benefits.
In what way?
Okay, maybe they can get finances to campaign and all that. And yeah, the money to campaign.
Kwa juu, ukiniambia 4 months, una lower cost. Na ile stock, mwananchi amekuwa kibanda, yeye ameshanunua unga, ameweka hapo. Si yeye ataenda hasara? Mbona ukaba ile mwananchi wa kibanda chini, ile amenunua kwa kibanda anauza, mwambie hii unga nitauza 200. Yeye anauza 200 na yeye anataka kuambia atoke 200 kuja 100. Sio, naona hapo kuna problem. Kwa juu ukiniambia wewe uko hapa, sivyo? Over of a Satan. Ulikuwa unapata msara 20,000. Nikwambie before mayonnaise imekuwa kuja 10,000. Utamaintain hapo kwa biashara ama utafunga? Hii sasa mambo ya unga, rais yeye anataka wengine wafunge. Lakini tu angesema naona mfuko manufacturer tupatia time kuanzia mwezi mwingine ama after election. Tumeelewa na watu unga itasuka by 100. Lakini usituambie from now. Ile stock itaenda wapi?
Fika tu time election ndo ngao inapanda, sisi kwa napata. Yeah, definitely people will use these prices so that number one, Kenyans will feel that is someone who teremushed that unga. And number two, when we elect this one, this is the guy that will go help us lower that unga price. So I think it's political, ni kitu watu wanatumia kufanya nao mchezo, but it's not something nice though.
Who do you think is benefiting from it?
Definitely the politicians, because ukaniuliza whether Ruto or Raila or Wajakoya or whoever comes in, definitely lazima atashukisha hiyo unga kwanza during the first time do Kenyans tuone like this guy, I told you this guy akielektiwa atafanya job, but it's just political.
Kama angekuwa hapa huyo unga kutoka manufacturers wanaleta wanaandika 100 per packet. Tunaangalia hii ni ya 100. Ndio hiyo stock ya samani to. Najua Kenya corruption iko lazima. Mtu atakwambia hajamaliza hiyo stock ya mwisho. Utafanya nini? Na atakuweka kwa stock. Mwananchi atafusa hiyo kienda, wewe pata unga ya 100. Ama ni ukweli? Wewe umejaribu? As your analysis.
Ilianza jana.
Lakini uliangalia leo? Still the same price. Kwa hivyo tuwajane mambo ya politics kuangamiza mwananchi, the common man.
Well, that's it for the public opinion show here at Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. Remember that we always come to you live each and every Monday, Wednesday with Jadel Kabiro live. And also on Friday, Richard Mwenja come on board with Siasa Brigade. And also, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button and join us as we spread the word to the streets as we are inching closer to the August 9 general election. Well, I've been your host, Kimutai Kennedy.